Peace, family. How are you? Hope all is well. Checking on you guys. Checking on you guys. Checking on you guys. So I'm out and about, doing my little evening run. Just spent some time with my daughter, granddaughter. Went out and did my weekly rounds of Whole Foods. Let me tell y'all something. Right now, partner stuff. It's juice in here. This is so just in case you're looking at my green monster, it's juice inside of there. The cupboards are getting, you know, Donald Trump be lying, talking about the cupboards was bare when he got into the office. Well, the cupboards are getting bare in Whole Foods. So I'm just saying that because if Whole Foods is having a shortage the way that it is, it's going to be a problem. Like, I don't even fuck with eggs, right? But inside of there, like if I get eggs, I get the ones that come in the milk carton. I get those egg beaters. I think that's it. But anyway, the other eggs, it's like $7. $7 motherfucking dollars for a dozen of eggs, y'all. And I understood that I was at Whole Foods, but I went to another store to compare and contrast. In the other store, it was like $6 or $7. $5 or $6. So you gotta. I'm telling you now. Like I've been telling my crew, you know, and I'm quite sure, you know, we already learned that each one teaches one, right? And you got to get out here and get your food and stack your food up. And then I was looking at them talking about the stimulus, right? You know, they trying to play us again, just give us another $1,200 and then like cancel rent and all this shit, right? So I'm like, okay, so what happens after that $1,200 runs out? And mind you, when they shut down the first time, we did have money still pumping into the economy where it would have been okay for everybody to get $1,200 and just chill, right? So now it's just that we're getting into a more critical state. So places like, you know, the hot spots, you know, the ones they tried to play, the Northeast, things of that nature, we really are still on lockdown and will be this way for a minute. They will reopen, but not before testing and contact tracing. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. So Delaware is actually opening, thinking about a plan of contact trace. So we'll see what goes from there, because that can be done easily. People think that's a hard thing to do, but that let me tell you, like your ShopRite or your grocery store's little keychain discount thing will track your ass down. So don't make no mistakes about it. They got a way to track shit. But I'm just saying, because you know this shit, just because it's getting ready to get warm, and you know, you might look at the numbers and say, it ain't coming, it ain't, you know, that shit going, right? But see, for the scientists and those who has common sense and know better, right? Know that motherfucker is just like taking a nap in a lot of people's system until it's time to wake up the beast in the fall. Okay. This thing is far from over. You know, I understand people want to magically go back into what we call the norm, but let's do it gradually. Because even the projection now went from 150 to like 160,000 deaths before August, right? So that's just the first wave. Mind you, we're still in the first wave. And they already estimating a death of 160 something thousand by that time, which I'm probably already there. The count probably already there, and they suppressing fucking numbers because yesterday they was asking them, the CDC, why didn't they respond to not giving out a guidance plan for each state to reopen. And he said in so many words, like Donald Trump and his cronies suppressed it, where they weren't allowed to give out that information, right? So people got to really realize, like, Donald Trump, we already know he ain't shit, but the way he set this shit up, he set it up like a goddamn, what is it, Ponzo scam? You know that one? You know that dude on Wall Street who took all the motherfucking people money? Right? That's the Donald Trump of coronavirus. That's what you're dealing with here, right? False investments. No money in the bank. It was all an illusion. That's what's going to happen at the end of this whole shit, you know. I'm sorry it's going to take a lot of people that long to comprehend. However, it is what it is. So yeah, I wanted to build about that. And then Nancy Pelosi, like I said, $1,200. After that $1,200 go, then what happens? Sit your old ass down somewhere. Yo, people, let me tell you something. I'm very nice. You know, I don't mind, you know, the compliments of people. You know, but men gotta understand, a lot of men don't understand their fucking boundaries, right? So they just think that they can walk up or approach you or blow their motherfucking horn and stand off looking like goddamn rapist and predator and shit, right? Let's stop fucking playing with me, for real, because I told it, right? You know, you're in a motherfucking state of shock. Like, damn, I thought I was gonna die from corona. And this bitch just shot me. That ass serious. You know what I mean? Anyway, Nancy Pelosi, back to her, right? $1,200 stimulus, one time. They're not gonna give you continuous payments, although you have 35 million, maybe more than that, Americans unemployed. So what happens though, right? What happens when you okay, people not paying their rent, that's cool. Yeah, people not, you know, you give people a break from not paying rent. That's pretty cool. I get that. I understand that, right? But my thing is, so they supposed to live off of $1,200 in their unemployment, right? Which a lot of us is going to, it's only an extension now. So after all of that is gone, then what's next? What's the game plan? See, this is what people, we need to demand from Nancy Pelosi, right? We need to demand that we don't pay them any more money. They don't get a payroll. They don't see a dime of Americans' tax paying money until this coronavirus is over. Maybe we should tell this bitch, you know what I mean, to let's snatch the pocketbook from her, because she's doing too much. She's doing too much. Everybody out here who pays taxes, that's American citizen, stand up and follow the laws, the rules, and the regulations, and just try to make this place a better place, you know. And we have people like her in there still kissing the Republicans' ass or whatever. Listen, if they're not going to give it to you, they're not going to give it to you. But the best thing for her is she's fighting for the American people democratically. You know what I mean? She got to be the lioness. Maybe she needs to start growing some locks in her motherfucking head. She needs to do something and get some strength, because when it ain't even me. It's not me. You know what I mean? It's us. Look at these people. Like, a lot of people, I'm a natural girl. I'm a natural queen, right? So I don't have a very expensive way of life. Yeah, do I like nice shit? Hell yeah. But where I put myself in a position in this world that, you know, everything that I do is done by someone else, the dependency of someone else, hell no. Hell no. When, you know, when I do things, I'm looking at it where I can do for self first and foremost. Right? I'm just saying, you know, these Democrats, I think y'all need to take that bill back. Then they talking about, she had a 9-page or how many other pages she wrote. It doesn't matter. Tear that APA up, right? And give us another proposal, right? And write a nice abstract. And in that abstract, I need you to put the words stability for $2,000, monthly income, equal American citizens. That's what she do with that. See, yeah, they forget that, you know, everybody is not stupid. We're trying to figure out why we out here living off of $1,200. What are you going to be doing with your money? Are you going to be going to them secret locations that is only open to the privilege of you? I would assume yes. All right. So you're going to come back with another, you know. I'm just going to say, you know, they keep playing with the economy, right? If you play with the people, you play with the economy, right? And if we all decide to just sit the fuck down and just be ready to do for self and say fuck what they talking about, let's just restructure this shit all the way from the ground up ourselves, then they would have a problem. They already got a problem now. But I'm just saying they don't know that the typical or the average American is really thinking like this. You know, we are people that like to be grouped with things, especially our minds. Got this thing, A-alike minds attract. We A-alike because we be alike. Why? Because we see alike. And then we see you, but you see us not. Hey, Miss Pelosi, I'm just telling you, you better go back. I'm saying when you do it, it's going to be an experiment, right? And you're going to wish you would have went on and took that proposal of giving every last American taxpayers $2,000 a month. See, they're trying to be slick too. And they said, oh, well, this time we're not going to get the children $500, we'll give them $1,200. Mind you, this is only a one-time payment. Now, we don't have a cure for this shit for a year and a half, 18 months. So how's this going to work for 18 months? You give the American people $2,400. Let's say you gave them in total, if some of us get unemployment and then you got the other one, let's say you gave us maybe $25,000 when it's all said and done for a year, right? Even though we were already backed up in our bills and shit, we were already debt slaves to this country. It made it worse, right? And then on the way of having to be subjected to something of no thought of our own, and for you to sit in Congress, right, and play games with the pocketbook, right? We watching you. I'm just telling you. We watching. Then she gonna tell the Democrats, sorry. And I really got something to tell y'all because I'm getting ready to go. I'm almost home, right? But this is what she did. She told the Democrats, right? I'm sorry. But a lot of you some of you may be disappointed about what's in this bill. So what the fuck is in the bill? Hold on for a minute. Yeah, so what's in the bill, right? If somebody disappointed, and then check this out. EDOS, Foundational Black Americans, and whoever want to listen, right? Guess what? They going to give the Native Americans, right? They're getting Native Americans. They already gave them $7 billion, right? And now they're getting ready to continue giving them another $7 billion, right? So now the question, I got two questions, right? I'm curious about two things. How many Native Americans did they kill with this virus already? Right? Because them numbers they given to Native Americans is very, very large, right? Very large. Although, you know, we still got our numbers as allegedly, right? But how the fuck you gonna keep on giving Native Americans $7 billion and all of this money to protect them as a group here in America, but you haven't did anything for the the fake name African Americans? You haven't done anything for us yet. You haven't put a bill on legislation yet to tell us what the fuck you're gonna do for us in our time of need. You know, the same ones that got FICA and all them fake motherfucking federal thing, you know, that money that Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump play golf with out of our taxes, right? You know, Cat Williams said, who the fuck is FICA? One of the comedians anyway. Yeah. You know, you gotta watch this game. You gotta know the game with these people and know how to play it. But I'm telling you right now, Nancy Pelosi, you better go ahead and figure out a way to make sure all the Americans is comfortable. Not even that. You better make sure that the African Americans get their just due, because it ain't gonna look good for you either. They keep on saying, oh, it's Joe Biden and it's the Democrats. They confident about that shit, right? But y'all playing with us. Y'all playing with us, right? So then we ain't gonna give a fuck. We ain't gonna give a fuck. And guess what? Y'all can still have the same go ask China president, right? Yep. I'm out of here. I just wanted to reach out to you guys. It's been a long day. I've been on a mission all day. But I did all I needed to do. So that's the significance of it all. But I'll probably make a video later. We'll see. Peace.